Oh, yeah. Is it Thursday? Oh, wait. Why is today a special Thursday? What's going on? Hey, wait. Is it Halloween? Oh, it's Halloween. Okay. That's pretty nice. Happy Halloween, everybody. We got some Skeleton Crew news to get to as this show comes out in about 33 days. We also have some Ray movie news, a possible new trilogy coming, and Hayden Christensen hits the racetrack. We got a lot to get into today, and it is, of course, Halloween. So happy Halloween to everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? What's up, chat? That did not go as planned.
Unstable blade.
That's unstable. I don't like it. Okay. That's pretty damn cool. Okay. Let's put this down somewhere. That's, I guess right there's as good a spot as any. Okay. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? What's up, chat? Yes, I went with the classic Anakin Skywalker, of course. But tell me what your costume is for tonight in the chat. Let's say hi to everybody first in the chat, and then we'll get into this crazy news, okay? Because Skeleton Crew is only 33 days away, and we still don't have this second trailer yet. We still don't have it, but we did just get a new interview from Jude Law, who is, of course, going to be a main character in this show, and he teases that he's not going to be a Force user, but we see him use the Force in the trailer. Okay, so we'll dive into it, but let's say hi to everybody first, shall we? Ian, what is up? Brandon Baker in the house. Darth Thor, how we doing? AG, how we doing? Chris, what is up? Kit Fisto in the house. Agnes, what is up? Darth Raccoon, how we doing? Rachel, what is up? Fearless in the house. Starship 66, what is up? Skywalker Academy, how we doing? Aaron, what is up? Navarro, how we doing? King Shadow in the house. You guys know the deal. If I missed you, just yell at me in the chat. And let's just give everybody a nice little...
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Oh yeah, a little bit of some news as well is today is the last stream of the month, which means it's giveaway time. And today we got quite the crazy giveaway, and that is on theme with Halloween to an extent, because it is a scary-ish character. And we are giving away today from Art Sabers the Maul DeLorean helmet. Let's take a look at this because this thing is so sweet. So a nice member of the channel, and of course you can join them as a member right now, is going to be winning this today. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Boom. This. Boom. Look at that thing. Look at that. I mean, I want one, but we're giving it away today. So one of you lucky members will be going home with this today. Later on in the stream, we'll be doing that giveaway later on. But Maul DeLorean helmet, pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. So if you are not yet a member, you can still join right now and steal it from everybody else, which would be funny. A little sad, but still funny. But that will happen later on in the stream. Okay, let's talk about this Skeleton Crew news, okay? Now, first things first, I want to put up a poll in the chat about this Skeleton Crew, okay? Because we're 33 days away. 33. That's it. Just over a month away. And I feel like the excitement level has started to grow. But let's ask the chat. If you haven't yet, smashed a freaking like on the stream. That's what that last poll just said. But are you excited? Well, that's not how you spell excited. Excited for Skeleton Crew? Yes or no? You tell me in the chat. On a hype scale of 1 to 10, chat, how excited are you for Skeleton Crew? It's only a month away. It's only a month away. What do we think? How excited are you? Now, we might be getting a little bit more excited right now as we're going to speculate quite a bit on what's coming in this show, as Jude Law has this interview with Variety and he talks about this show. Okay, so let's read this first, shall we? I see a 6.5, 8 out of 10. Interesting. Not that high, if I'm being honest. I feel like the hype level for other shows, even including The Acolyte, was a little bit higher. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. Okay. Let's read this article first. Jude Law's triumphant return. The actor on Star Wars' Secrets goes full frontal. Marvel and Ripley, homoeroticism? Sure. Let's find out. That's Jude Law right there. The man, the myth, the legend. He will be one of the main characters of the upcoming Skeleton Crew show. And his name is Jude Law. Okay. It's still mind-blowing to me how nice this new screen I have on my right is. So if I get distracted and I'm just staring off to the right, that's why. It's just so clear. And I see the chat right there. And I see this setup over here. And it's really nice. Okay? Okay. Well, let's read this. I can't keep up with him. On recent September afternoon, Jude Law is running away from the set of Black Rabbit, a Netflix miniseries where he plays a Manhattan nightclub owner who welcomes his troubled brother back into his life. Okay, so that's just the project that he's more so hyping up right now. But let's get to the Skeleton Crew news, shall we? Okay. Here we go. Finally. Okay. The fan is wearing a Star Wars shirt, and Jude Law clocks it because he is in an upcoming role in the Star Wars Skeleton Crew, a TV series that filmed in 2022 and in early 2023 before the actors' strike. The sun stops shining. The man leaves, and we both look up, and I think I'm going to rain. All right, let's just get to this news here. Where the hell is this? Blah, 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 blah. What the hell? Is this article really just... Oh, finally. Okay. In December, after some delays, Disney Plus will finally drop Star Wars Skeleton Crew with Jude Law as the adult... Okay. We don't know if he's going to be a Jedi or not here. And this article is going to talk about it. But tell me in the chat first. Do you think Jude Law will be a Jedi who survived Order 66 in Skeleton Crew? That's the question. Because right now he's going to deny. But the trailer doesn't lie. We'll get to it. Okay, let's get to this. Jude Law only said yes after several long conversations with John Watts. So originally, he didn't say yes up front. He had to have several long conversations with the creator, John Watts. He also was the director of Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy. And the series creator of the Skeleton Crew. I don't think I would have dived in willy-nilly, Law says. I wanted it to be right. I didn't want to be the guy who dropped the ball on Star Wars. So he really wanted it to be the right project. He didn't want to come in just because it was a Star Wars project with the title of Star Wars attached to it. He wanted to make sure that the project was right and going to be really good, which is important. You don't want them to make a bad Star Wars project, and you don't want an actor to just hop on board because it says Star Wars on it. But after long conversations with John Watts, he did hop on board. Okay. But he still weighed in on his critical elements of his character, possibly Jedi. Oh, there goes my lightsaber powering off. Possibly Jedi Jude Law. I still can't get over this name. There's something weird about it. Obviously, Star Wars names in general are weird, but this one in particular, Jude Law, it's quite strange. But let's keep reading. For instance, he refused to do what he calls acting with a carpet. Interesting. He says this. You're going to wear a wig, and we wanted a lovely tousled hair. And I was like, no, I think he should have short hair. He wears a helmet. That took some persuasion. This is interesting. We have not seen Jude Law wearing a helmet in any of these posters or promotional things or Legos or trailers or anything like that. He's never been wearing a helmet, that's for sure. This could be something cool. But he fought for having short hair and wearing a helmet, and they wanted him to wear a long-haired wig, apparently. Growing up in South London, the son of two teachers, Jude Law had loved the original Star Wars movies. He was so giddy to see firsthand how a Star Wars project was made, as he said this. it was really an interesting process. It's technically complicated to get those things right. You're dealing with animatronics and puppets and machines in huge, complicated worlds. I'm the guy that wants to see how the wizard does it. So he wants to see the behind-the-scenes stuff, how this show is actually being made. Jude Law comes alive discussing... Sorry, I got a wire stuck in my costume over here. Jeez. It's hard being a Jedi with these robes on. Yeah. Ugh. Fixed it. Okay. Comes live discussing the atrocities of making a Star Wars or just a TV show in general. It all has to go through the Star Wars filter, he says. Like there are no buttons in Star Wars, only ties. Buckles, yes. Velcro, yes. Although I don't think you ever see Velcro in Star Wars. So obviously there's certain rules when creating a Star Wars project, what you have to do, what you can't do. And like there's no buttons in Star Wars. When he talks about buttons, he's not talking about like pressing buttons because obviously in ships there's buttons you can press. He's talking about buttons on a shirt. Like you don't see buttons on shirts in Star Wars. But there are buckles and Velcro and stuff like that. I don't even really know if it's considered Velcro, you know. But he starts to dissect the cinematography of Star Wars as he says this. There are certain shots that don't allow you to do if you are the director. They don't allow you to do if you are the director. You can't pass through the glass of a spaceship. You have to stay on the outside or the inside. I love that. You see the shot and go, oh, I'm in Star Wars. That's pretty weird. They don't allow you to go from the outside of a spaceship window to the inside of a spaceship window as a director in Star Wars, or vice versa. Odd rule. But this is where things get interesting. The question asked to him was, how was it being able to possess the Force? And his response is, who says I got the Force? What? Did I miss something, chat? Was I living in a bunker for 10 years? Did I miss something? Or in the Skeleton Crew trailer, does Jude Law's character of Jod Na Wood not wield the Force? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Here's the trailer. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We'll skip to the end.
We're lost. Really lost.
Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
You're a Jedi.
Pretty sure he just used the Force. Now, there's a few things that could be said to go against this. As Star Wars Order in the chat just said, maybe he's like Haja from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. The character who didn't actually wield the Force, he was just tricking people to think he wielded the Force so that he could make some money. I don't think that's what's going on here. Now, it is technically a possibility, but I don't think that's what's going on here. I don't think Haja would have been able to take this key off the hook and force it to him like this. Even with his tricks, I don't think he was able to do
You're
that.
a Jedi.
Now, we don't know much about the Skeleton Crew show, and this might sound absolutely crazy, but hear me out. So I'm going to say a crazy sentence. Don't leave the stream and go, Mike's an idiot. Hear me out. We've talked about trailer magic in the past. What if this person using the Force to grab this key is not Jod Na Wood? What if it's Cal Kestis? Okay, I
This is where the fun begins.
I understand. That sounds crazy. Okay? I get it. But hear me out. We've seen this thing that we like to call over here at the channel trailer magic. We've seen it pretty much with every Star Wars project we've ever received. Trailer magic. And that is when they show you one thing in a trailer to make you believe one thing, but it's really something else going on. We've seen it time and time again. Whether it's to hide a certain character's appearance, like a Bo-Katan or an Ahsoka in Mando Season 2, or hiding the appearance of Din Djarin in the Book of Boba Fett. There's many different examples of this. Trailer magic happens all the time. If we think back to our last project, The Acolyte, there was trailer magic all over the place, trying to make you believe that there were no twins in this show at all. Remember when we found out that May and Osha were two separate people? We didn't know that going in because the trailer didn't tell us that. We were led to believe that they were one person. So trailer magic happens all the time in Star Wars. What if this is the same thing? Let's go back, and now with that in mind, look how this thing is being edited together. Okay? Okay. This final scene of the trailer.
You're a Jedi.
Very strange. A few things are going on here. One, you can tell that there's somebody behind them, and it looks to be the same person as Jod Na would. But there could be somebody else in there with them, or this could be a completely different person entirely. Because when you cut to him,
You're a Jedi.
he could be in a completely different place. He could be anywhere in the galaxy. Now, it's a stretch to call it Cal Kestis being in this prison with them, but is it? Is it? We talked about last week an insane amount about these ancient Sith texts or ancient Sith writing or ancient Zepho writing on the wall in the new images for this show. A possible connection to Ahsoka and to Cal Kestis in the Zepho we see in the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor games. Is it that far off to assume that Cal Kestis could appear in this show? No. We've been over that time and time again. But Jude Law now teasing to fans that he might not even be possessing the Force in this Skeleton Crew show. It doesn't even make sense. If he's really the one using the Force in this trailer, why lie?
You're a Jedi.
If he truly is the one who's wielding the Force, he's truly the one who is the Jedi, then why in this article does he say, "Who says I got the Force?" Everyone with eyes says that, Jude. Everybody with two eyeballs says that you are wielding the Force in that trailer. What are you doing to us? So we got 33 days until this show airs. And with every interview, every image that's released for this show, it becomes almost more and more and more confusing as to what this show is possibly going to be about. Because, like we talked about before, these were the images. You got some ancient Sith-looking texts going on over here to the left that nobody can decipher. Not a single Star Wars fan that I've seen online, and I've looked very hard, has been able to decipher this entire message. Now, some people have said, like, oh, this is a W, this is an R, but they can't figure out what the sentence could possibly say. It is very strange, chat. Very, very strange. The amount that we know about this show with only a month to go is so little. Absolutely so little. And now Jude Law is coming out here, messing with fans, telling, oh, who said that my character has the Force? We saw it in the freaking trailer. I don't know. Something's not adding up with the Skeleton Crew show, chat. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe we'll never know until we see it. We got 33 days. Maybe we'll have to wait the 33 days. You see my shirt? Darth Vader? Trying to cover it up. Okay. Maybe we'll have to wait the 33 days to find out what the hell is going on in this show. But I don't know. There's something weird going on with this show, chat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to be some crazy character appearing. I don't know. I don't know. But something very strange is going on. The amount we know about this show is less than we've ever known about any Star Wars show going in. The Acolyte, Ahsoka, Mando, Boba Fett, Kenobi. We knew so much more about the show from leaks, rumors, trailers, anything. We knew so much more about every other Star Wars show going into it, except for the Skeleton Crew one. It's a mystery. It's almost completely 100% a mystery going into this show. Not that that's a bad thing. Not that that means that this show's going to suck. Not that that means that this could all be bad news. Because it could be great news. They could be hiding some awesome, cool appearances. Cal Kestis, Hondo Ohnaka, Maz Kanata, whoever. It could be great news. But they're hiding something. They're hiding something, and I think it could be huge. Why am I not wearing a costume? Pretty sure I'm wearing a costume. Does the lightsaber help? It powered off already. Hang on. Let me turn it back on. A little green action going on. Let's change it up. Depa Balapa. Whoa. That's not Depa Balapa.
Kenobi.
Damn. This is Anakin in the World Between Worlds and Ahsoka. This is... Holy crap. I've gone to the dark side, chat. I hate to break it to you. Listen to that thing hum. You thought this was just my casual wear? Okay. Maybe I wear this around the house quite a bit, okay? Maybe this is just my everyday outfit, but it is Halloween. It's technically a costume. Okay? Oh, I just cut my own head off. End the stream. End the stream. I just cut my own head off. Whoa. Okay. Now, this is from Art Sabers. Art Sabers. Shout out to Art Sabers. We're actually giving away an Art Saber helmet today as well. Shout out to those guys. Okay, let's put this down before I get way too distracted. Let's get back to Skeleton Crew. So, chat, tell me, what the hell are they hiding in the Skeleton Crew show? Why have we heard so little about this show? And why, or what are they hiding? Tell me, chat. Nothing is too crazy. I just said that the trailer is lying to us, and that is Cal Kestis in that prison with them. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is too crazy. Tell me in the chat what the hell's going on with this Skeleton Crew show. Please.
This is where the fun begins.
Okay. Let me scroll up here. Let me catch up on these chats really quickly. Okay. Oh, all right. So this is the hype level for Skeleton Crew. 6.5, 7, 8. When I hear about Skeleton Crew, and now, when I heard about Skeleton Crew, and now I'm still an 8. That's not good. It should be going up, but it hasn't yet. That's okay. That's okay. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8.5, 6. You're not excited, but you're somewhat intrigued. Okay. Here's the problem. Because there's so little known about the Skeleton Crew show, I think the numbers are going to hurt from that. We're coming off the backs of The Acolyte, which ended with the lowest finale numbers of any Star Wars live-action Disney Plus show. Skeleton Crew needs to come in and be a big success. The fact that so many fans and normie fans alike don't really know what this show is going to be about is not going to help the viewership numbers. Not at all. It's actually going to hurt them quite a bit. I think Skeleton Crew needs something. I don't know what that something will be, but it needs something to push fans over the edge to go, I'm going to check out this show. Right now, that doesn't exist. Right now, just off of the one trailer that we have, in all the interviews and images that we've gotten, a lot of normie fans who only casually watch Star Wars are not going to tune in because it's not an Obi-Wan Kenobi show. It's not season 4 of The Mandalorian. It's not a continuation of a show that they already know and love like Andor or Ahsoka. It's the first season of a show called Skeleton Crew with a brand new cast of characters. There's nothing really drawing in Star Wars fans. So there needs to be a second trailer or some big announcement or some big reveal that gets fans excited to come watch this show, because you don't want to have poor numbers going into 2025 or ending off your 2024 when the only other live action show was The Acolyte. And The Acolyte, well, we know what happened there. It was a very divided Star Wars fandom, to say the least. Yeah. Star Wars Order says, I feel like Skeleton Crew is going to be a letdown. Well, here's the thing. Can it be a letdown? Yes, absolutely. To me, I'm very excited for Skeleton Crew. But is it a letdown if fans aren't really looking for it? You know? I hope not. I hope Skeleton Crew is a pleasant surprise. If I'm sitting here going, that's a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one, then we've really succeeded in our quest here. Skeleton Crew should be a very big surprise to fans because it's coming in so far under the radar. Yeah. The Multiverse is Broken says, easily the least excited I've been for a live-action Star Wars project. That being said, it's an upcoming Star Wars project. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. On a scale of Ahsoka to The Bad Batch Season 1, I'm way closer to The Bad Batch Season 1 than I am Ahsoka. Now, when The Bad Batch Season 1 was coming out, I was not that excited. I was like, a spinoff with The Bad Batch? They're cool, I get it, but that's the spinoff of the Clone Wars, really? And then I was pleasantly surprised. With Ahsoka, my hype level was so insanely high because I'm a huge Rebels fan. I love Ahsoka from Clone Wars and Rebels, but seeing that was insane. Skeleton Crew is definitely closer to that Bad Batch level. It doesn't have much to grab onto. That's the problem. There's not much to look forward to with this upcoming Skeleton Crew show. Yes, there's Neil. He's already the GOAT. Jude Law in Star Wars is pretty cool. The fact that it's revolving around pirates is cool, but it's in the Mandoverse time period, and there's no mention of Din Djarin or Grogu showing up, or Boba Fett, or Ahsoka. Well, I guess Ahsoka's on Peridia. But Luke Skywalker, Harrison Dune, like, maybe those characters will show up, but there's no mention of it in the trailer. There's no tease to it in the trailer. Possible appearances of Cal Kestis, Maz Kanata, Hondo Unaka would be cool, but that's just us fanboy dreaming for now. There's no evidence to suggest that that could be the case. So on a scale of Ahsoka to The Bad Batch Season 1, I'm way closer to The Bad Batch Season 1, which is not good. However, things can change, and things can change very quickly. I'm still waiting for the second trailer, as we all are, but it has to come sometime soon. 33 days until this show airs. At some point, the marketing has to kick in, and we got to start getting some trailers, some TV spots, some just more news, more information about the Skeleton Crew show to get people more excited. Because we're about a month away, and right now, the hype level is just not there. It's not. Now, I do see that 93% of you are excited for Skeleton Crew, which is great, as you should be. I'm excited, but I could be a lot more excited. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Darth Plagueis lives with a very generous $5 holla. God damn it. Says, Happy Halloween. Who is your favorite scary character in Star Wars? Scary character in Star Wars. First of all, happy Halloween right back to you, and I appreciate the $5 holla. Super chats, memberships, keep the lights on over here. I appreciate it. Favorite scary character in Star Wars? What defines, like, scary? You know? Well, let's open this one up to the chat. Chat, what is your favorite scary character in Star Wars? I mean, would you define, like, Darth Maul as scary? I mean, in theory, he looks scary. You got, actually, no, this is an easy one for me. It's the spiders from The Mandalorian Season 2. The spiders from The Mandalorian Season 2, I still feel them crawling on me to this day. Actually, when I go back and rewatch Mando Season 2, I skip that episode because spiders are just gross and no thank you. I don't need to imagine a mega spider running around chasing Grogu and Din Djarin. Nope, no thanks. Palpatine's pretty scary. That's true. Abeloth, okay, but Abeloth's not here yet. Abeloth is not technically canon yet. Yeah. The hawk bats? What? I don't even know what that means. Geonosian Brainworm, that's pretty good. I actually just watched that Clone Wars episode. Yeah. Geonosian Brainworm, that's pretty good.
Power off.
Yeah. Tusken Raiders, they're pretty scary. Yeah. I feel like when you watch The Mandalorian season 2, they become less scary because like he goes and becomes friends with them when they go to take down the Krayt Dragon together. Yeah. Night Sister Zombies, that's pretty good. I mean, literally zombies in Star Wars for sure. Tony, what's up? The Brainworm, yeah. Indeed. I guess there are some pretty scary things in Star Wars. I'm trying to think. There's got to be some other stuff now. Creepy spiders, for sure. Night Sister zombies. The Night Sisters in general are pretty scary. Yeah. Palpatine, and Rise of Skywalker is pretty scary, for sure. That's true, too. Hang on. Well, Mando United, I hope your dad's doing okay. Don't worry about being late. I hope all's good. Yeah, sorry, I just caught that. Sorry. Okay. Who's Palpatine's lady friend in The Rise of Skywalker? She's pretty creepy too. Palpatine's lady friend? What? Oh, Sly Moore? I don't think Sly is Palpatine's lady friend, but yes, Sly Moore is pretty scary too. I mean, just the Utapauans in general are pretty scary too, especially in Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. I'd like to watch an alien style horror based in the Star Wars. Okay, let's talk about that. That just reminded me. The Ewoks. The Ewoks seem all cuddly and friendly until you play Ewok Hunt in Battlefront 2, and then you're shitting your pants because there's little Ewoks hunting you down. Ewoks can be scary. I guess anything can really be scary in the right, with the right music and the right brightness. If it's dark outside and you got Ewoks chasing you, it's pretty scary. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. So this is an article written about what he said with the Who Says I Wield the Force. So let's talk about Skeleton Crew a little bit because I want to switch gears over to the Rey movie news, but we'll get to that in a sec. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this first. And shout out to Darth Plagueis Lives. I appreciate that quite a bit. $5 haul is very, very generous. I appreciate it. 'Tis the season. Oh, wait, I forgot to bring candy for you guys. Hang on. Shit. No candy for you guys, I guess. Sorry. Okay, let's read this. Who Says I Got the Force? Jude Law hints that Star Wars has been lying to you about their upcoming TV show. There's been a lot of mystery surrounding Jude Law's character, Jod Nawood, in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. There's a lot of mystery about Skeleton Crew in general, okay? Particularly pertaining to his identity as a Jedi and Force user. The upcoming Star Wars TV show will feature Jude Law's character, Jod, as he comes across a group of 4 children, the young cast of Skeleton Crew, after they find themselves lost within the dangerous galaxy. Jod has been described as a different kind of Jedi for those involved with the show, and he seems to use the Force in the Skeleton Crew trailer. But this could all be a ruse or a trickery. Okay. Jude Law hints that in this interview with Variety, after he'd been asked if he wielded the Force, given how iconic the Force and the Jedi are, not just in Star Wars, but also in the greater pop culture. Jude Law is asked how he felt about having the Force, and his response, he responded with the counterpoint, "Who says I got the Force?" This added to the mystery of Jod Nawood that already existed, and the hints that have been provided about his character being anything but a Jedi include the fact that his character carries a blaster rather than a lightsaber. So very little is known about Jude Law's character. At one point, it was rumored that his character survived Order 66 at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. That was just a rumor. Nothing has really come from that. It could still technically be true, but until we find out, it's revealed to us in the show, we'll never know. So there's a lot of mystery behind this character, and he doesn't wield a lightsaber. At least, again, as far as we know, he wields a blaster, as you can see right there, a blaster on his hilt, not a lightsaber. So, what the mystery of Jude Law's Jedi means for Skeleton Crew. The mystery surrounding Jude Law's Jedi character adds another layer of intrigue to Skeleton Crew in the best way. It keeps the audience on their toes before the show even comes out, promising that everything is not as it seems. This is especially useful in a coming-of-age story, such as this one, where the kids will be tasked with surviving on their own and learning who they can and can't trust. It looks as if Jude Law could very well turn into a kind of person that they can't and shouldn't trust, particularly with Whim's fantasies about Jedi heroes. So we see that a lot in the trailer. If we go back to that, Whim, this guy right here, he fantasizes about Jedi quite a bit and what's out there in the future, as we see right about here.
Real adventure.
He's looking at some Jedi fighting some creature on a tablet. He's talking about how the ship that they find.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
He thinks it's a lost Jedi temple. So this might just be sort of Navarro, what's up? Pam Hill, how we doing? This might just be sort of the same story being told again here. Whim seems to be this happy-go-lucky kid who's looking for an action-adventure in the galaxy where he wants to become a Jedi. He's very eager to meet a Jedi, and then he meets Jude Law, a character who wields the Force to grab this key at the end of the trailer, but we're not really sure if we can trust him or not. But Whim, being a happy-go-lucky kid, is like, oh my god, he's a Jedi, he's my new favorite, he's my new dad, like, okay, he's hopefully going to be a good guy just because he can wield the Force, just because I think he could be a Jedi. But that might be where this show takes a turn for the worst, where that might not be the case, and these kids might be in danger with this character of Jude Law. Now, who would come to save the day? Possibly another Jedi, possibly a Luke Skywalker, possibly a Cal Kestis, possibly even a non-Jedi character like a Hondo Ohnaka, another pirate of sorts. But if Jude Law is really not playing a good guy in this series and it's a big twisteroo, that would be insane. But not much evidence really to support that either. Tell me in the chat if you think. Is Jude Law a good guy in this show or not? Tell me in the chat. Okay. Skeleton Crew is already set to have some incredible twists and turns. This potential Jude Law twist is only one of several that have been hinted at in the Skeleton Crew story. Recent photos from Skeleton Crew that have been released have shown some fascinating locations, including one where Jude is seen by some ancient ruins, the very same that appear in the extragalactic planet of Peridia in the Ahsoka series, like we just mentioned this image right here. These are the same hieroglyphs, if you want to call them that, the same texts that are seen in Ahsoka all the way across in a different galaxy on Peridia. So that's another big twist that could be coming. This seems to be pointing towards a twist that could connect the story very closely to Ahsoka's, especially seeing that the two shows take place in the same time as the Mandalorian era. There's also the matter of Jedi temples, the reactivated ship, the dangerous pirates, all of which could take the story in a very interesting and unexpected direction. There are even deeper rooted Easter eggs sprinkled throughout the show, from the Captain EO creature, Fuzzball, in the trailer, to the return of the teak species from the 1980s Ewok movie. While some of these things may not lead to big story twists, they do still stand apart of things that are fresh and exciting. Although it looks as if the identity of Jude Law's Jedi character in Skeleton Crew, it's still a mystery. Okay, it comes out on December 3rd. Let's talk about this now, shall we? We talked about the teak showing up, which is will be canonizing the character from the Legends Ewok movies from the 80s. Star Wars has done this quite a bit over the recent past, bringing back characters either from Legends or from canon and making them more important. But the teak that we talked about last week is the Flash. He has super speed, and he only lives on Endor, or at least his native planet is Endor. So the possible return to a planet like Endor, or even seeing familiar characters like the Teak that connect to characters like the Ewoks, Luke, Leia, and Han, or even other distinctive characters, to put it that way, I guess, distinctive characters from the Star Wars universe. Skeleton Crew remains such a mystery that technically all of these characters could show up. We talk about Hondo, which is because of the pirate connection, Maz, because she's the queen of the pirates. We talk about Cal Kestis because the connection with this crazy Zepho, ancient whatever writing. We talk about Ahsoka, Hera, Thrawn, because all those shows are in the same time period in the Star Wars galaxy. So because we know so little about Skeleton Crew, the fact of the matter is all of these characters, in theory, could show up. Now, I'm not saying they are all going to show up. If this show actually has Cal Kestis in it, that would be insane. If it actually has Luke Skywalker in it, that would be insane. Hondo Ohnaka, still insane. But the deal is, we know so little about Skeleton Crew, and at this point, anything's possible. Literally anything is possible. But tell me in the chat, who do you think will be showing up in Skeleton Crew, if anybody? And is Jude Law's character one that is trustworthy? If he even wields the Force. Okay. And then we're going to switch gears over to this Rey movie because it's still just news and news and news about this Skeleton Crew stuff. Ewoks eat people? Yes. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They do. As boring as Planet of Twilight is to read. Planet of Twilight? I don't know what that is, but okay. I don't know. From Legends, the Mengal is probably the scariest creature. Okay, well, now I gotta look that up. Star Wars Mengal. Oh, what the hell is this? What the? Yeah, that's pretty spooky. What is this from? Yeah, don't want to be messing with that thing. That's for damn sure. No thanks. Okay, let's get back on track here. Okay, somehow Yoda returns? No. Maybe Jod is working for the pirates. I think he's definitely going to be introduced as a pirate. I don't know if he's going to be introduced working for the pirates, though. I think the kids are going to be captured either by the pirates or by somebody, like, bad, obviously. And that's when they're going to be thrown in that prison where they meet Jod Nawood. And maybe he's a pirate, maybe he's not, but he might be working with or for the pirates. He has some connection to the pirates, that's for sure, yeah. I think he's going to start as a good guy and then start not as a good guy and end a good guy. Interesting. I actually think it might go the opposite direction. I think we're going to be led to believe that this Jod Nawood character is supposed to be a good guy, but come to find out he's not really what he seems. Now, I think that twist is going to come at a weird spot in the show. Like, these kids are going to be introduced to Jod as a Force user, a guy who can wield the Force. Wim's going to be like, he's a Jedi. The other kids might be like, is he? And maybe be a little bit shaky on who this guy really is. But I don't think it's going to be until they get back home or until the New Republic arrives when they go, stay away from that guy, he's wanted, or something along those lines. Like, we've seen either Wim's dad or one of the kids' dads in a lot of these images. If we look at this guy right here. This guy right here, this is one of the kids' dads. I think once they get back home and maybe they bring Jod back home or this guy finds them, he's going to be like, that guy you're working with right now, he's a bad guy. You don't want to be seen with that guy. And then come to find out, that'll be the reveal to us, the audience. It'll be like the whole time we think he's a great dude. We think he's a Force user. He's possibly a Jedi who survived Order 66. Let's go. And then it's all going to come apart. Yeah, Carson Teva. Carson Teva could show up as a new Jedi Order and be like, guys, don't trust that guy. He's not a good dude. And that would be sort of the big twist. So for us as the audience, we'd be going along with the kids thinking this guy's a good guy. He's a Force user. He's possibly a Jedi. And then he's a bad guy. That'd be crazy. Neil is a Sith looking for an apprentice? Oh my God. Okay. Now we've lost our minds. Does this guy look like a Sith to you? Does this guy look like a Sith to you? Okay, kind of. That's not a good example, okay? He looks pretty evil there. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Yeah. As a Hondo Unaka fanboy, I think Hondo will show up. I mean, Hondo has the most likelihood of showing up, I think, just because of the connection to the pirates. You're talking about pirates. He is the pirate. When you think of pirates in Star Wars, you think of Hondo Unaka, nobody else. And so when you have a show that's focusing so much on the pirates, you think Hondo's going to show up for sure. RG says, he kind of always plays these roles where you don't know if you can trust him or not. That's actually very true. When you think about Jude Law, has anybody, give me a 1 into the chat if you've seen the movie Captain Marvel, the first one, Captain Marvel 1. Give me a 1 into the chat if you've seen that movie. Give me a 2 if you're like, no, haven't seen it, never watched it. Have you seen Captain Marvel? Jude Law plays a character in Captain Marvel. I have no idea what his name is, but he plays a character in Captain Marvel. And at the beginning of the movie, he's a friend. He's a friend of Captain Marvel's. He's a good guy for the most part throughout the movie. And then come to find out at the end of the movie, he's not. He's the bad guy. Well, he's a bad guy. He's not the main bad guy, but he's a bad guy. That might be something similar, and it might just be coincidence that it's Jude Law playing both characters. I think that's something that's going on here. Yeah. Laugh it up, Fuzzball. Carson Teva will show up? I think so. I mean, Carson's a good bet because you see the New Republic X-Wings in the trailer. Plus, if these kids are trying to get back home, it seems like the New Republic would be the best bet of trying to help them get back home, you know? Jod isn't trustworthy, but he'll redeem himself at the end. So you think he's going the opposite direction. You think he's going to start off as sort of a pirate, not trustworthy type deal, and then he's going to go to become a trustworthy guy? I don't think so. I think we're going the opposite direction there. I think it's going to be more so of a lesson for these kids not to trust people. There's the theory running around that eventually one of these kids, probably Wim, is going to be a Force user, Force sensitive at least, and maybe even join Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy. It would be pretty cool. It would tie this show into all the other stuff in the timeline because right now there's really no connection other than those weird Zepho writing. But that's a crazy theory. That's just way too far out there for me. But clearly the kid Wim wants to be a Jedi or wants to wield the Force. So I think he's going to be blinded by that when he sees Jude Law or Jod wield the Force. CW Connor says Count Dookie. What's up, Cal? How we doing?
Hello there.
General.
Okay. On that, Neil wants the green sack snack. What the hell are you guys talking about? What the fuck? Okay. Maybe we should look up the character of Goonies and see if there's any clues. Well, they talk about it being like Goonies meets Star Wars, but I don't think it's going to play the same way as Goonies did. It wouldn't just be a carbon copy and paste of the old movie from the 80s. That's just stupid, you know? Carson Teva to the rescue? He could be. Carson seems to be the one connection to all these shows. He's in Mando. He's in Ahsoka. He's in Book of Boba Fett too, right? Maybe. I don't recall. But him being in Skeleton Crew would make him sort of be the through line through all these shows. Yeah. Hiding in plain sight they are? Possibly. Carson could show the parents, could be in the show because the parents are looking for the kids. Yeah. These parents are losing their kids. 4 kids lost in the galaxy. So the parents are also going to be looking for these kids. Calling up the New Republic is probably the best bet, but they're going to be lost in wild space, which is outside the New Republic territories. Yeah. Maybe Carson enlists Zeb or Din to find the kids. That would be pretty cool. If Din Djarin and Grogu make an appearance in this, it would be great because the next Star Wars project in this Mandoverse era is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So this Skeleton Crew show could have some sort of way of setting up that movie, and seeing Din and Grogu would be the perfect way to do it. Absolutely. Carson Teva is not in the Book of Boba Fett. I can't think of when he was, but for some reason I think he is. I don't know. Jude plays Watson in the Sherlock Holmes movies. That's true. He does. Those RDJ Sherlock Holmes movies are very underrated. Indeed. Fearless with a very generous $2 holla. God damn, Fearless. I appreciate that quite a bit. Says, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween right back to you. I wish I should have brought my candy downstairs. Whatever. Says, impression of Palpatine's evil laugh. Ooh, yikes. That's not going to be good. Let's try it, though. Let us try it. Palpatine's evil laugh, eh? Palpatine's laugh.
Nice. And
You know what I
This is him doing it at Star Wars Celebration.
mean, just there.
And one of my
gradually
favorite.
mellowed.
my favorite.
No, you don't really. We love to tease each other. Here we go.
How am I supposed to top that, chat? How am I supposed to even come close to that? Ian McDermott is the GOAT, okay? I don't even know if I can try. Let me listen to it again. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Here we go.
I don't think I can do it. Fearless, I'm going to do something I've never done on this channel, and that is an Uno reverse card. I'm going to have you re-roll and give me another impression. I request a new impression, please, because this cannot be replicated.
Here we go.
He can just do it like that. Like, it's just so good. I might just turn that into my ringtone, honestly.
Here we go.
Imagine. That'd be awesome. This better be a ringtone somehow.
Here we go.
I think it's even better that he says, here we go, literally right before he does it.
Here we go.
The GOAT. Okay, Fearless, I request a re-roll. I'll do a Palpatine line, but that laugh is just too crazy. Any line of my choosing? All right, I'm going to do It's Treason then, because I saw somebody say It's Treason then in the chat. So we'll do Palpatine saying It's Treason then. It's treason then.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi? It's treason, then.
So good. Okay.
It's treason, then.
All right, let me lock in here.
It's treason, then.
That's so good. Okay. One more time.
It's treason, then.
Hang on.
It's treason.
It's treason then. I feel like that's too low. It's treason then. That's not horrible.
It's treason, then.
He's got such a deep voice. That's crazy. Ignite my lightsaber. Oh, okay. I got you.
Power on.
Ready, chat? It's treason then. That's pretty good. If you haven't noticed, I get easily distracted, chat. Okay, let's get back on topic here. I appreciate it, Phyllis, though. I really do. I really, really do. Okay, let's do this. Does your mic have an echo feature? No, sadly. That'd be cool, though. If I had a button that made me echo, that'd be pretty cool. I got a bunch of other buttons here.
Incorrect.
Execute Order 66.
I got a bad feeling about this.
This is where the fun begins.
But no echo effect. Okay. I appreciate it, Phyllis. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah, that's true. Jude Law does play Dumbledore in the Fantastic Beasts movies. I've actually never seen those movies, so I don't know anything about them, but yes, that's true. Connor, what's up? No worries. Not a worry, indeed. All right, let's switch over a little bit. We'll come back to Skeleton Crew later on in the stream, but let's switch over to the Rey movie news. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. One report saying one thing, one report saying another thing. They lost Stephen Knight as a writer. That possibly happened months and months ago. Daisy Ridley tried to give positive updates while the media is trying to put it down. There's a lot going on with this Rey movie, okay? What's true, what's not true, it's hard to decipher, as most things tend to be. But the craziest news is from yesterday or the day before, when Daisy Ridley herself said that there are going to be multiple movies that she is returning to as Rey, inferring that there's going to be an episode 10, 11, and 12, or at least a trilogy of this new Jedi Order. Whether it's a continuation of the Skywalker saga being a 10, 11, 12, or if it's a completely new time period, a completely new beginning of a new saga, that remains unclear. But let's read this article, shall we? Daisy Ridley's latest comments hint the new Jedi Order movie is turning into an episode 10 and beginning a new trilogy. Okay. Daisy Ridley's latest comments seem to hint at an upcoming Star Wars New Jedi Order movie could well be turning into an episode 10. Announced at Star Wars Celebration in 2023, little is known about Rey's return as the leader of the new Jedi Order. Daisy Ridley was won over by the pitch of director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. She's talked about that pitch quite a bit. It must have been a good one, which she considers refreshing enough to catch her eye. Although they were initially rumors that the film would come out in December of 2026. That now seems unlikely. James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie is apparently due to begin filming next year, meaning it is more likely that that movie could hit that slot. So it might be that the Rey movie and the Dawn of the Jedi movie have swapped places. We talked about that on Tuesday's stream, but let's focus on the Rey movie right now. These are the 3 release dates for movies coming up. You got the Mandalorian and Grogu movie on May 22nd, 2026. December 18th, 2026 is an unknown movie. And then December 17th is the 2027. At first, we believed the Rey movie would be coming out here. And now it seems more likely that it will be coming out here. So, the last week has been a confusing one. The news, screenwriter Stephen Knight has left the new Jedi Order movie. Seemed to be bad news at first, but ironically, though, the news broke in the same week that Daisy Ridley began to open up about the film, expressing her excitement and hinting at an imminent, easy for me to say, at an imminent news, meaning something coming very, very soon. As we talked about, maybe next weekend at D23, next weekend at D23, we could be seeing something pretty big coming. D23 Brazil, that is, for this Rey movie. Possible announcement, possible update, possibly something like that. Sombra, what's up? Okay. Even she hinted she's finally seen a script. It's unclear whether that was Stephen Knight's script or whether Lucasfilm has already found a replacement writer, because now the rumor is that Stephen Knight has been out for months and there's a new writer already on board. What is for sure, though, is that something is changing with this movie, and it's in an extremely exciting direction, as she says that things are evolving. And let's read this. Last week began with an exciting Star Wars update from Daisy Ridley, who has been conducting press interviews for her upcoming movie, Magpie. Still have no idea what Magpie is, but let's keep going. And has naturally fielded a lot of questions about her return as Rey. She says things are evolving, she told Collider. I continue to be very excited. There will be an update soon. That was the first thing we talked about last week. And since then, things have gotten crazy. The key word, of course, being evolving here, could be hinting that Lucasfilm is changing their plans. If Stephen Knight is really out, then things must have changed. The Forest Dragon, what's up? Speaking in another interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Daisy Ridley hinted that a new Star Wars movie series is on its way, as she said this. I feel like the new one/new ones will be so interesting, she noted. While it is possible that she's referring to some of the other Star Wars projects that Lucasfilm has in the works, it's hard to see why she would keep them in the loop, keep us in the loop about those. Sorry. It's most likely an explanation for her comments in that Sharmila Bedchinoy's new Jedi Order movie has been repositioned as the beginning of a new series, beginning of a new trilogy. Could this be the beginning of Star Wars' next trilogy? Let's find out. George Lucas originally planned to make a series of 4 Star Wars trilogies. The original plan for Star Wars was 12 movies, 4 different trilogies. Of course, things change all the time, and George Lucas only thought he was making 1 movie, and then he thought he was making 3 movies, then he thought he was only making 6 movies, and then he sold the company, and they made another trilogy. But originally, it was 12 movies, or at least 4 trilogies, which in fact would be 12 movies. His plan changed, of course. He became rather burned out from the franchise back in the 80s. Still, the fact remained that trilogies have always been rather baked into Star Wars. You're not going to get sort of 1 spin-off movie or 2 spin-off movies. You've seen it in the past with Rogue One and Solo, and not that those movies are bad, but it's always better to have a continued story playing out over multiple movies to show an actual crazy arc, like the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. Burnout, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Daisy Ridley's comment is naturally leading to speculation that the new Jedi Order movie is transforming into the beginning of a new trilogy. Functionally, then, it would be served as episode 10 in a possible 10, 11, 12. Now, that's not necessarily the case. It could be just a new trilogy, and it could be a new saga. The Skywalker saga seems to have come to an end. And here's why it's possible that the Rey movie is not in episode 10 and rather in episode 1 or whatever they want to call it. The Skywalker saga is from The Phantom Menace to The Rise of Skywalker. And it's really a story about Skywalkers, hence the name Skywalker Saga, and Palpatine. Palpatine's the villain throughout all 9 films. He's the villain throughout the whole damn thing. So it's a continuous battle between Skywalkers and Palpatines. That's sort of the Skywalker saga in a nutshell. Also, they advertise The Rise of Skywalker as the end of a saga, the end of the story, which it is. It's the end of Palpatine. It's the end of Luke Skywalker. It's the end of the Skywalkers in general. Ben Solo is a Skywalker. He dies. Luke Skywalker's dead. Leia Skywalker, dead. Palpatine dead. Technically, Rey is a Palpatine, but she's a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone. Whole damn thing. But the Skywalkers are gone. The Skywalker saga is over. So it would make sense that this Rey movie is not in episode 10 and starting in episode 10, 11, 12. it might just be in episode 1, or like somebody just said in the chat, episode A, or anything else. It's probably not going to be in episode 10, just because they've already sort of put an end cap on that saga. And then becomes the issue, if you're making a Dawn of the Jedi trilogy, the Dawn of the Jedi movie being helmed by James Mangold, taking place 25,000 years before everything else, what are you going to call that? If you're going to keep all these new trilogies in the loop of this episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what are you going to call the Dawn of the Jedi? Episode negative 4,722? No. I don't know what they'll call it, but they'll call it something. Not episode -2 or -1 or whatever. So I don't think that this Rey movie will be titled episode 10. But let's keep reading. This would be a smart approach for Lucasfilm. The Star Wars sequel trilogy proved divisive in the Star Wars fandom, to say the least. I mean, that's the understatement of the year. But it is a big divide in the Star Wars fandom. But it brought in a whole new generation of viewers, as all trilogies have with Star Wars. The original trilogy, of course, bringing in viewers for the first time ever. The prequel trilogy, those younger generation viewers, their first introduction to Star Wars. And now the sequel trilogy doing the exact same thing. Yeah. So it brought in a whole new generation of viewers who are eager to see Rey's story continue. It may sound crazy to some of you who really don't like the character, but there are people who want to see these stories continued. Not just Rey's story either. Finn, Poe, even Ben Solo to some extent, even though he is dead. But there are some people who want to see these stories continue. That much was abundantly clear at Star Wars Celebration in 2023, where I saw more Rey cosplays than any other character. The young generation certainly likes these characters quite a bit. And where there was a fantastic reaction to the news of Daisy Ridley's return. Lucasfilm has hopefully learned a lot from the sequel trilogy, and thus can potentially release something of much more consistent quality. It's more so having a plan beforehand. We talked about this a little bit on Tuesday's live stream, but having a plan for this new and upcoming possible Rey trilogy or new Jedi Order trilogy would be the most important thing you can do. Because the sequel trilogy, although whether you like it or not, wasn't planned out from the beginning. And it was pieced together as it went, and it feels a little bit disconnected each episode to each episode. So you need a plan going into the next trilogy to have an overarching story to tell, and then tell that story. Certain things can change as you tell a story, but the majority of the outline should remain the same. So, Rey's New Jedi Order movie should release in 2027, right? Initial rumors that Lucasfilm intended Rey's New Jedi Order movie to come out in December of 2026, but that seems to be no longer the case. But it's important to note that this was never confirmed by the studio themselves. This was all just fan rumors, just fans being fans. Daisy Ridley herself, uncertain about the release date, said, "There is no date. We have no date." She told the playlist, as she said this, I think we really have the luxury of making sure that we get this right. So when everything is ready to go, it will be going. It's good, she says. But she doesn't seem to be in a rush. That's the big thing. You don't want to rush something and make it bad. Take your time, make it good. It's the same thing we were talking about with all these different projects. Skeleton Crew has been delayed drastically. We just talked about how it was filmed in 2022. It's now the end of 2024. It does not take that long to get out a Star Wars project. It finished filming in 2022. It's clearly been done for quite some time. Whether they went back to do reshoots, to rework it, fix some things, we don't know. But you don't want to rush it. You really don't want to rush anything, especially when it comes to Star Wars, and push it out when it's not going to be good. Take your time, make it good. We'll be here waiting. Don't worry about that. But if the new Jedi Order movie is really a Star Wars Episode 10, then Lucasfilm would be wise to hold off the film until 2027. That would be the 50th anniversary of A New Hope, which would be great. It would make it the best possible time to launch the franchise's future, with the light of the Jedi shining bright across the galaxy once again, and the Force moving back towards the balance. There can be no better way to celebrate the past than to safeguard the future. So Daisy Ridley is right. Lucasfilm needs to move slowly to ensure they get this right. I actually didn't think about that. 2027, there is, like we just mentioned, a Star Wars movie scheduled to release, untitled right now. Could be the Dawn of the Jedi movie, could be the Rey movie, and actually both can make the argument they should be released on that year because that is the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Jeremy, what's up? How's it going? JC, how we doing? It's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. So you can make the argument that the Rey movie should come out on the 50th anniversary because it's a continuation of the Star Wars story, the Jedi Order being built back up again, all that. But you could also make the argument that for the 50th anniversary, you're going to go back to the beginning and do the origins of the Jedi, the origins of the Star Wars story, you know? That could be a pretty good argument too. I don't know. You tell me, chat, which one would you want to see more on the 50th anniversary of Star Wars? Going back to the beginning of the Jedi Order and telling the story of the origins of the Jedi, or the continuation of the Star Wars saga moving past the sequel trilogy into the future with Rey's new Jedi Order? I'm actually going to put up a poll in the chat because we did this last stream and it kind of blew my mind where this poll went. So let's do this. By the way, 86% of you, the math is not mathing, with 69 votes, nice, are excited for Skeleton Crew. But hopefully that number just keeps going up. Let's see. Which Star Wars movie are you the most excited for? The Mandalorian and Grogu, the Rey movie, and the Dawn of the Jedi. Which one are you most excited for? Of these three movies that are set to be the next three movies to release, which one are you most excited for? Yeah. Melissa says, check the background mic and then you will see if it's the same. Yeah, see, it's a different background. What are you talking about? My background? What? The background of what? What are you talking about? Check the background mic and then you will see if it's the same. I am so lost. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Excited for all of them almost equally. Well, that's pretty crazy. As of right now, Mando. Well, wow, this poll is very interesting. Right now, Dawn of the Jedi is winning. And in theory, Dawn of the Jedi is the furthest one away. The Mandalorian and Grogu is the first one, obviously. And Grogu and Din Djarin are fan favorite characters. I'm surprised by this. We'll see if it changes. I'll leave it up. We'll leave it up. We'll leave it up for now, but that's pretty interesting. Okay. Now, let's go into this article because this one is one I really wanted to read. I've not read it yet, but just based off, I'm judging books by its cover, you know, chat? Okay. Daisy Ridley just gave a very hopeful update on her Star Wars movie. Let's read this. Contrary to dire predictions, Star Wars fans thinking the worst all the time. Contrary to those dire predictions, it seems the Rey movie will likely be returning to the big screen as planned. Or, simply, when she's good and ready. Amid industry rumors that the much-desired Star Wars New Jedi Order movie has suffered the departure of the screenwriter Stephen Knight, the star of the film, Daisy Ridley, is suggesting that fans can expect some kind of more formal announcement very soon. Dominic, what's up? So, is the Rey movie doomed, or is there suddenly a very new hope? When it comes to Star Wars rumors, the truth we cling to depends greatly on our own point of view. This is a great point. But if we accept the words of certain Jedi as trustworthy, it seems that this film is still being made. It's just a matter of when. That's pretty interesting. When it comes to Star Wars rumors, the truth we cling to depends greatly on our own points of view. That's very true. So whether you like the character of Rey or not is whether or not you are going to cling to the fact that this movie's in shambles, it's being delayed. Stephen Knight, they lost Stephen Knight. Everything is, the sky is falling. Or you love the character of Rey and you love Daisy Ridley and you're listening to what she says and she's saying all is fine. And there's an announcement coming very, very soon. So it's sort of your point of view is how you take these rumors from the Star Wars galaxy. But speaking with Josh Horowitz on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, which we did watch, which was posted on October 25th, Daisy Ridley, we watched this clip, I think on Saturday's stream, but she did talk about that there was an imminent update coming soon for Daisy Ridley. And she said, I might have already seen something, and there might be a date of when we are in the next stages. So she seems to have already seen a script, is what she's referring to here, and that there's a date of when something is coming, an announcement, or when they start filming, or some sort of announcement is coming our way sometime soon. And she also pointed out that we are all good, referring to her relationship with Lucasfilm, apparently, and added this. We are just out to make a great movie. And we won't watch this again because we already did watch it. But currently, only one new theatrical Star Wars movie has filmed and is actually scheduled for a legitimate confirmed release date, and that is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which will come into theaters on May 22nd, 2026. Beyond that, no new Star Wars film has officially gone into production. Even though the Rey movie, directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, and the Dawn of the Jedi project, directed by James Mangold, were announced all the way back in 2023, a year and a half ago, and neither of them have gone into production yet. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie wasn't even announced till 9 months after that, and it's already in production, which is pretty wild. Since that point, Patty Jenkins has said that her canceled Rogue One Squadron movie is back on, and in talks with Lucasfilm. Well, the idea of Dave Filoni directing a Star Wars film spun out of the events of Ahsoka still seems to be on the table too. Seemingly, of all these projects, the Rey-centric New Jedi Order movie is the only one that would truly push the franchise forward into the future, not backwards like the other ones do. Into the new era beyond, new era beyond, and chronological span of the saga as we know it. Departing screenwriters are not necessarily good signs in a movie, or it's not a sign that the movie is doomed either. Famously, while writing a screenplay for The Empire Strikes Back, acclaimed Leah, passed away, which meant George Lucas and Lawrence Kasdan completed and revised the particular story. So obviously that's one example of it. The more recent example we've talked about time and time again is Tony Gilroy hopping on board of Rogue One and sort of saving the movie at the last minute. The point being, Star Wars movies can have people leave during the project, and the results can still end up being amazing. Of course, The Empire Strikes Back being one of the greatest Star Wars movies of all time. Not all behind-the-scenes changes spell certain doom for the Jedi or the Resistance. It's natural for hardcore Star Wars fans to be nervous about the development of these things, but based off of Daisy Ridley's total calm and confident attitude, it's possible, even likely, that the new Jedi Order movie could turn out just fine. So for all those people going crazy, saying this whole thing is doomed, it's being canceled, it's being delayed, blah, 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 Stephen Knight left the project, it's all going to hell. No, that's just not the case. Things seem to be going pretty well, actually, with this movie, and Stephen Knight might have left months and months and months ago, as far as we're aware. But that's sort of the news or update when it comes to the Rey movie. There's not really much else to it. We don't know much about this movie at all, and hopefully an announcement, like Daisy Ridley promises, will be coming very, very soon. Yeah. Thanks, JC. I appreciate that. Is there any possibility of the Dawn of the Jedi project coming first, you're saying? Yeah, absolutely. I think it depends on what's going on with the Rey movie in the creation of the script with this new writer that's hopped on board. It's possible that they do streamline the new Jedi Order movie and that comes out first, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah. I'm excited for Jedi Fallen Order 3. Yeah, the Jedi 3 game is going to be awesome. They have confirmed that it will be the last of the Cal Kestis games, but I think Cal Kestis is coming to live action very, very soon. If not in Skeleton Crew, then somewhere else very soon. Like maybe the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, maybe somewhere else. Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Podcast, what's up? How we doing? It's typical in Hollywood to go through several scripts. Yeah. It's just sort of Star Wars fans hearing bad news with a project that has something to do with the sequel trilogy. It's easy to draw a giant target on your back when you're the Rey movie, and fans can latch on to something very negative about that. So it's something easy for fans to latch onto who don't like the sequel trilogy. And that's why this Rey movie's getting so much hate all the time. Yeah. I'd like to see Cal Kestis pop in Ahsoka Season 2. He could show up in Ahsoka Season 2, for sure. I just don't really... Ahsoka Season 2 is interesting to me. It could go one of two ways. One, it spends its whole time on Peridia, following Ahsoka, Sabine, Huge Wang, and them trying to sort of protect the known galaxy from possibly Abeloth, if Abeloth truly is what Baylan Skoll is going after. Or it could be a little bit of that, while also telling the story of Thrawn taking over the galaxy. And Hera Syndulla and Ezra in the main galaxy trying to work that out, figure that out, you know? That's a possibility too. So I don't know. But Cal Kestis could appear in that. I feel like his first appearance wouldn't be in that, but we'll see. Just because we don't know of Cal Kestis and Ahsoka having any backstory together. They could have maybe come into contact a few times here or there, but I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. We got a few other new little tidbits of news to get to. Hayden Christensen stuff and Disney Plus news. We also do have the giveaway to get to, so we'll leave it up to the chat. Here are your three options: giveaway time, Hayden Christensen time, or Disney Plus update time. Those are your three things. Cal Kestis and Ezra teaming up together to find Ahsoka and Sabine. That would be pretty cool. But again, how does Cal Kestis tie into that? He doesn't know who they are, you know? What's going on? I just joined the chat. Catch me up. I don't know. We talked about a lot. Skeleton Crew, Rey movie. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Giveaway? Okay, we'll do giveaway. Giveaway time. All right, we'll do giveaway. Giveaway time. All right, so if you are not yet a member, this is your final chance to join and have a 1 in like 80 chance to win this thing right here. This is the giveaway today. It is a Mandalorian helmet from Art Sabers. They're legit. I mean, these guys are great. It's very high quality. More on the expensive side, but it's a free giveaway, so don't worry about that. But this is what we're doing. So if you want to become a member and steal this from one of our members right now, that would be hilarious. And of course, becoming a member is the best way to support the channel. Get instant access to these giveaways, instant access to a members-only Discord, and some other fun stuff. You get some sneak peeks at things, we'll put it that way. So yeah, if anybody wants to join as a member now, that is the giveaway we'll be doing in just some moments. Let me set this up though. So how this giveaway works is we have this wheel. Looks like this. And depending on how many members we are currently at, I have to go check. We will spin the wheel, and then whoever it lands on gets the giveaway. Pretty simple. So let me pull this members list up. Okay, here we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Members. Where's the list of... Oh, here we go. All members. We have currently 70 members. Okay, cool. So 70 members. If you see your name on this list, that means you have a 1 in 70 chance of winning that helmet. From all the way down at number 1, Finn Wickens, to all the way up to number 70, who is Fadagian. Fadagian. I apologize. But 70 is all the way up here at the top, and Finn is all the way at number 1 at the bottom. I'll give somebody who wants to join, if they want to join, last chance. Last chance. Okay, let's do this spin, shall we? Okay. There you go. All right, let's spin the wheel. So I got to put 1 and 70 in here. 1 and 70. Boom. One of these numbers will be picked. One of you 70 people will win this awesome Mandalorian helmet. Okay? Let's spin the wheel. Ooh. Oh. Whoever was 32 just got robbed. Whoever 32 was just got absolutely robbed. Oh, wait, shit. I think oh, wait. Did we run it back? We haven't checked who won yet. I'm going to leave it up to the chat. I'm going to leave this up to chat. JC just joined as a member. So let's give him his, first of all, let's give him his membership song. JC, welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars, JC. I appreciate it. But, chat, we have to make a decision. Do we spin again and allow JC to be a part of this? Or do we take number 31 and do the giveaway? How we feeling today, chat? How we feeling? Run it back? Whoever 31 was is going to be pretty damn mad. What if it hits 31 again? Do it one more time? Okay, all right. You guys are feeling generous. Okay, fine. Fine. I'm going to add a number 71 for JC. Chat, you guys are too nice. Whoever 31 was is going to be screwed. Okay. We're running it back for JC. JC, remember this. You owe all these people in the chat right now. All these people. There you go. All right. Seriously, Star Wars, what's up? Okay, run it back. Run it back. Spin the wheel. Watch it hit 31 again. How crazy would that be? Nope. 42. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to count from the bottom up here. Just to pass 31 and rub it in their face. And then JC will feel horrible. Okay, let's go. 1 is Finn Wickens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is Rose. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is Mary. 16 is Mary. What was our number again? 42? Yeah, 42. 16 is Mary. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is Tiffany. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 is Roy. That means 31 would have been Christopher. Shout out, Christopher. 31 is Christopher. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 is Senator Chris. 40 is Connor. 41 is Trek Anderson. 42 is your pal Joe. Your pal Joe. Shout out to the first ever member of the channel. Your pal Joe somehow sneaks in at 42 and wins it. Shout out to your pal Joe. I don't think he's right here right now, but that's awesome. Your pal Joe is the first ever member on this channel. That is pretty damn cool. I appreciate it. Look at that 14-month membership. That's pretty damn cool. Joe, you have won the Mandalorian helmet. Hit me up in the DMs anywhere on Twitter, Instagram, wherever. And we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. JC, I'm just messing around. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. You didn't win anyway. But your pal Joe, it's good to see an OG win it like that. That's good to see. So I'll if he doesn't show up today, I'll remind him. I'll remind him. Okay. That's awesome. So shout out to you pal Joe. Let me write it down actually so I don't forget. Yo pal Joe is the winner. Okay. Let's get back on track now. So we got some Disney Plus news and we got some Hayden news. Let's start with Disney Plus because I love me some Hayden news to end the stream off on. Again, huge shout out to JC for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Memberships, super chats, keep the lights on over here and the best way to support the channel, of course. But let's get into this Disney Plus news, shall we? Okay. Okay. So Disney Plus is adding a new feature. This is a feature you've probably seen before on other streaming services, but Disney Plus is now adding it. It's coming off the backs of adding the live streaming channels. Has anybody really checked those out? Frogman Williams, what's up? Has anybody checked out the live streaming channels on Disney Plus? Anybody? There's the Hits and Heroes one, which is Star Wars and Marvel shows. There's the like nature one, whatever it is. Hang on, let's go to Disney Plus. Let's check them out. And Mike, did you go as are you a Jedi? I'm a Jedi too. That's awesome. Yes, I am a Jedi right now. What is everybody going to for as Halloween? I mean, what are you guys going for for Halloween? Chat? What's your Halloween costume this year? Chat? All right, let's check out these live streaming channels. So if you come to Disney Plus here, like you have your thing up at the top, that's like all these things. Agatha all along. Oh, I got to watch that still. Okay, never mind. No spoilers for Agatha. I haven't watched it yet. Finale came out yesterday. Okay, let's, so if you scroll down here, you got like documentaries, comedies, anime. We're going to get to that in a second. Coming soon. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Deadpool and Wolverine. Is there anything here for Skeleton Crew? You can watch the trailer. Extras. Nope, just the trailer. Details. Skeleton Crew tells the story of 4 kids searching for their home planet after getting lost in the Star Wars galaxy. The strange aliens and dangerous places they encounter on their adventure. Some flashing light sequences and patterns. Okay. Nothing new there. It does only say, though, starring Jude Law over here on the right, which is weird. Okay, but let's get back to my point here. These are the live streaming non-stop playlists. So you got news, you got real life, you got Hallow Stream, which is Halloween, throwbacks, which is probably old stuff, and then this is the one that you probably have watched, Hits and Heroes. It's Marvel, it's superheroes, it's action stuff like Percy Jackson's up there, and of course Star Wars. So right now you can tune in to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's pretty much just cable television. That's pretty much what it is. But we are talking about this right now. Disney Plus just added a top 10 on the streaming service. Now, what's funny is Wizards of Waverly Place just released today, I think, and Agatha yesterday, or maybe they both came out yesterday. But this is the top 10 today in the US. They're all Halloween pretty much, except for Venom. But this wasn't always a thing. Whoops, wrong thing. So this is a top 10 feature on Disney Plus. It just came out now, but it could have helped older Star Wars projects. Here's the deal. We've seen this on Netflix, on HBO Max. Not only will this highlight the most popular TV shows and movies on the app at the time, but it will also be customizable by each account to be generated based off the total views at the episode and movie level, as well as trending popularity. So you can now customize these. It's not the same as what Netflix and HBO Max has. You can customize what this top 10 feature thing is going to tell you, which is pretty cool. Well, this isn't huge news, obviously. It's just a little feature on Disney Plus. It could offer potential notable rises in engagement. That's what Disney Plus needs, especially for its new shows. Engagement for certain shows and movies, including Star Wars. For example, while Andor did not stun with viewership numbers, its popularity with critics combined with the above average views episodes could mean that it would be included on lists of subscribers who have not watched the show. Think about that. So it would be included on lists for certain people who haven't watched the show yet, for a show like Andor, because Andor is a very, very good show, one of the best live-action Star Wars shows to date, incredibly well done, incredibly well written by Tony Gilroy, of course, but nobody watched it. And of course, nobody is an overstatement, but nobody watched it because the marketing wasn't great and it just didn't have the pull of lightsabers, the Force, and all that other stuff. So it didn't really get the numbers that it should have. But if this feature was out at the time, and it still now could help with the top 10 in popularity and numbers and all that stuff, it would help the show drastically. And it also could have helped The Acolyte. Let's keep reading. Potentially opening up new avenues for viewers who before would have not sought out to watch a Star Wars show, because now it's showing up on their For You page on Disney Plus, kind of. It may also have helped The Acolyte slightly, another show that suffered from low viewership numbers, in relation to its budget, of course. Disney Plus is pulling all of the stops to increase engagement among their subscribers. They have a large number of them, but this metric no longer interests Wall Street. The number of subscribers is not interesting to them anymore. It's how much money they are making. As streamers veer into advertising, they know that the best way to make money is to keep people watching, not just paying for monthly fees. Later this year, they will also introduce 4 dedicated channels where specific content will be playing 24/7 on a loop. This is what we already talked about. We just showed it on Disney Plus. So that's sort of the big deal here. They're trying to keep people on the platform watching so that they can make more money off of ads. It's the same exact thing with YouTube. Okay? If you're watching this live stream, and you have been for quite some time, you probably got an ad on it. I'm not the one placing those ads on that. That is, of course, YouTube. Now, with that being said, the reason that YouTube's algorithm is so good, and it's going to, like, if I post a new video and you're a subscriber of mine, it's going to suggest that video to you because, of course, you're subscribed to me. But then when you watch that video, the suggestions are going to be other Star Wars videos like mine, or something that's popular or they think you would like. It's purely based off of your likes and what you want to watch. If you're a Star Wars fan and you don't like Star Trek at all, you're not going to get a recommended Star Trek video, because the algorithm is good enough to know that. So what's going on here is Disney now has ads on their platform. They're trying to keep people watching so they can make money more off of ads, meaning they have to make their algorithm better by making these top 10s for specific subscribers, by making it more customizable to each individual subscriber who's trying to watch and stay on the platform. Does that make sense? It was a lot of sort of back-end sort of algorithm stuff, but it does make a lot of sense and could benefit Star Wars projects greatly, especially with Skeleton Crew coming out in 33 days. I feel like I confused myself there. Did that make sense? Talking algorithms and stuff is very confusing. Yeah. UV Clip says, I didn't even notice Mike was wearing Jedi robes. Thanks, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah. With the time I spend on YouTube, I got premium. Well, that's a different story. Yeah. That's a different story. With that confusing arc, can we get some good Cubs Fall orders in the chat, please? Bumpa. Understanding algorithms, especially with YouTube and I guess everything, it's a hard conversation. I mean, it makes sense in the long run. You want to keep people on your platform to make more money off of advertising, and you need an algorithm to keep people there. It's the same thing over with TikTok and everything. Jessica, what's up? How we doing? I can't stand the commercials. I joined YouTube as I watch it as much as, or more, than other streaming platforms. Yeah, commercials are the worst. That's why, I mean, I haven't watched cable television in probably years, unless it's a sporting event, because commercials suck. You know? I don't know how people watch YouTube without premium. It's nothing but ads every 2 minutes. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I don't have premium. yeah, the ads are annoying, but I don't know. For some reason, they don't bother me as much on YouTube as they do other places. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a great question. JC says, quick question. I know the reference is from Good Soldiers Follow Orders, but where did the cup come from? That was before my time. That is true. We have a bunch of new people at the channel all the time, so I feel as though it needs a refresher. This cup is a Rise of Skywalker premiere cup. I got it when I went to see the movie in theaters in 2019. So it's simple as that. But clearly, it's been through some stuff. It's all chipped and mangled, and it's weird. But it's a big cup, and it's almost the size of my head. And when I brought it out on stream for the first time, it got some chuckles in the chat. People were like, holy crap, that's a ginormous cup. Is that a Rise of Skywalker cup? Like, it was funny. I didn't think anything of it. I drink out of it all the time. I, for some reason, really enjoy larger cups. I like to drink water a lot, and the bigger the cup, the better. I was actually just having a conversation about this yesterday. But the way that Good Cups Follow Orders came about, I believe, was Bad Batch Season 2, Good Soldiers Follow Orders. And the joke came up during a live stream. Don't really know the specific origins of it, but somebody made the joke of, it's a good cup, it follows orders. Maybe it was me. I don't even know. Somebody made it up. And then it just stuck. And now every time I pull it out, people say Good Cups Follow Orders. It's even turned into abbreviation, GCFO. It's crazy. Yeah, that's been going on for probably well over a year now. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Nathan, what's up? Yeah. So that's the story behind the Good Cup that follows orders, if any of you were wondering. Let's get to the Hayden Christensen news, okay? Enough algorithm talk. Hayden Christensen has taken the NASCAR racetrack. Have any of you guys seen this? Let's watch this on the X, formerly known as Twitter, first. So this is Hayden Christensen as he takes the racetrack. Whoa. Hang on, that's loud. Okay. Here we go. Hunter Stark, what's up?
Super cool, right?
That is so loud.
Fun terms about this whole partnership is that we had a chance to actually incorporate the dark side into a vehicle. Our challenge was really to figure out, okay, what elements from Darth Vader can we incorporate in the car and make it iconic and make it readable, because these cars are going to be moving on the track so fast and they're going to be so small. I just love Hayden. I love his character, and I love what he brings to it. And so I'm hoping that this design will pay respect for both Hayden and Vader.
That was awesome, man. You're like in a fighter jet. You get to drive now?
So what's pretty much going on here is NASCAR made a Star Wars car, pretty much, for Darth Vader. That's sort of a good look at it. It's got Star Wars across the front. It's got Vader on the side. Vader's head on the side. It's black and red. It's got the badass look to it, as Hayden Christensen says.
Super cool, right?
Now this is whoa.
Fun terms about this whole partnership is that we had a chance to actually incorporate the dark side into a vehicle. Our challenge was really to figure out, okay, what elements from Darth Vader can we incorporate?
So this is Doug Chang. Right here it says SVP or Executive Design Director at Lucasfilm. He's sort of like the second or third guy up. You think of the hierarchy at Lucasfilm right now. It's Kathleen Kennedy at the top. She's the CEO. Then you got CCO, which is Chief Creative Officer, Dave Filoni, and Doug Chang are kind of at the same level. He's been around with the company since the prequel trilogy. Actually, yeah, he was helping George create the prequel trilogy. He's been around for quite some time, and he's just helping this go on, you know?
The car and make it iconic and make it readable, because these cars are going to be moving on the track so fast and they're going to be so small. I just love Hayden. I love his...
Who doesn't love Hayden? Let's be honest. Who doesn't love Hayden? Come on.
Character, and I love what he brings to it. And so I'm hoping that this design will pay respect for both Hayden and Vader.
That was awesome, man. You're like in a fighter jet.
So that's pretty cool. That's just a little fun thing they did today with Hayden Christensen and NASCAR. Pretty dang cool. Okay, there's a few other crazy just non-news news stories, that I want to get to that are pretty damn cool. So let's just fly through these, shall we? One of them being, does anybody know the NBA star Victor Wembanyama? Give me one into the chat if you know who I'm talking about. If you're not a basketball fan, you probably don't know him, but he was the number 1 pick in the draft last year for the NBA. He is from France. He's really, really tall. And when I say really, really tall, I mean really, really tall. So I am 6'5". We've talked about this before. I am 6'5". This is me standing next to Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen is about 6'1". So I'm pretty tall. I make Hayden Christensen, he looks pretty tall. Like, I don't look that much bigger than him in this picture. But what I'm about to show you is Victor Wembanyama, the 7'7" NBA star, standing next to Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, and Rosario Dawson. Okay? So prepare yourself. Let's just get one more reminder. This is me at 6'5", standing next to Hayden Christensen. Now this is Victor Wembanyama standing next to Hayden Christensen. Are you kidding me? He's a giant. But this is pretty funny because he's a big Star Wars guy. He's a big, big Star Wars guy. But that's Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Rosario Dawson, who are not short people. He's 6'1". Hayden is 6'1". And he makes him look tiny. What team? He's on the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, he's on the Spurs. But I mean, this is hilarious. This is so funny. Because again, I'm 6'5", and this is me next to Hayden Christensen. And this is Wembanyama. It's absolutely insane. But that's just a little fun stuff there as well. Now, this next thing I want to talk about is pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. This is a story from The Phantom Menace, okay? This is coming from the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace is this year. And the concept art designer that we talked about last stream, Ian, he has a story about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in The Phantom Menace. Now, this is kind of really cool, and honestly, I want to make a full-on video about it because it's so cool. Okay, so let's just read this. Okay, we'll read this first. Obi-Wan Kenobi was originally going to be named Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon was originally going to be named Obi-Wan in The Phantom Menace. Listen to this. For a time, the older Jedi in The Phantom Menace was going to be named Obi-Wan. So Qui-Gon was going to be Obi-Wan. And the younger Jedi was going to be Qui-Gon. Pretty dang crazy. As Obi-Wan dies and Qui-Gon defeats Darth Maul, still the same characters, just the names are flipped, and stays with his master as he passes away. He not only takes on his master's quest to train Anakin Skywalker, but he also takes his name. So Qui-Gon then becomes Obi-Wan. That's why when you see Alec Guinness in A New Hope and he puts his hood down, he goes, Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I have not heard in a long time because he's not Obi-Wan, he's Qui-Gon. But at the end of the day, but right at the end, George Lucas changed it. Isn't that crazy? Honestly though, chat, I like this. I like this quite a bit. I like this so much that I almost wish it happened. No, not almost. I wish this happened. It would explain quite a bit, actually, because yes, in A New Hope, when Luke says he's looking for a guy named Obi-Wan, and Alec Guinness goes, Obi-Wan, now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Obviously, it's referring to the fact that he has been called Obi-Wan in a long time, but that long time was only 9 years ago when he fought Obi-Wan in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I kind of like this. The fact that he would take his master's name is a little strange. You don't see that in Star Wars anywhere else. But it is still pretty cool. Qui-Gon was almost Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan was almost Qui-Gon. But when his master died, he took the name of Obi-Wan on. That's pretty wild. I like that quite a bit. I don't know. To me, I think it's really, really cool. Yeah. I don't think it'll ever change, but it's a cool concept. And like right at the end is when George Lucas changed it. This was the concept for quite some time. This was how it was going to happen. It's pretty cool. It's pretty dang cool, if I do say so myself. Some of the behind-the-scenes stuff in Star Wars is crazy. I might make a full-on video, or at least a short on this. It's too cool. It's too cool. It was right down to the wire, too, when he changed it. So we almost got a Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon's names were switched. And then he takes his master's name as he dies in his arms, because he's also... Qui-Gon says, train the boy. And he says, yes, of course, I'll train the boy master. But he also could have taken his name with him to have his master's legacy live on. Now, the reason he probably changed it at the end is because we don't see this happen anywhere else. Like, it's not something else that happens in Star Wars. Like, you don't see any other people taking their master's names. So that's probably why he changed it. But it could just be a one-off thing. It could have just been a one-off thing. It would have been awesome. I like it quite a bit, but that's just me. Tell me in the chat, do you agree? Do you wish this happened? Do you wish that went down that way? What do we think? What do we think? It would have been an interesting twist. I know, right? It wouldn't have changed the movie at all. The plot would have still remained the same. It would have just been a more interesting, cool sort of fact when you see Obi-Wan in A New Hope and he says, Obi-Wan, now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. He could be referring to his master, Obi-Wan. Would be cool. Would be cool. All right, let me end this poll, which, by the way, New Jedi Order is still winning. That's surprising to me. You guys are more excited for the New Jedi Order movie than The Mandalorian and Grogu. In the Rey movies and last, it's 46 to 42 to 11%. But that's surprising to me. Yes, I'm excited for Dawn of the Jedi. The Origins of the Jedi, it sounds awesome. But the next movie is The Mandalorian and Grogu. Plus, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus is incredible. Grogu, fan favorite character. For me, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is higher. But you could make the argument. It's higher because it's closer. We'll put it that way. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, Martha J with a very generous $10 holla. God damn. Martha, I appreciate that. Says, you are the Star Wars man. I appreciate that. Says, can't wait for the coming shows. Yeah, me either. Skeleton Crew is going to be awesome. I can't wait either. I appreciate that, Martha. I really do. That was very generous. A little bit of behind the scenes news. We are going on a bit of a run here for the channel. We have a short that's booming right now. So the subscribers are climbing a little bit quicker than before. Just a tad bit. So we are at 97,847 subscribers. So we are getting very, very close to 98,000. We will hit 98,000 by Saturday's stream, which means only 2,000 more until 100K, which is when, of course, we get the silver play button from YouTube. But more importantly, this entire cup of water or blue milk gets dumped on my head. So that's what's to look out for. We are getting very, very close. Okay, that's crazy. See, in my head, I still feel like we're so far away from 100K, it's insane. But Kay said in the chat, only 2.2 thousand to go. And that's true, but mind-blowingly true. That's absolutely insane. That's so crazy. Okay, where was I? Mando Season 1 was great. Mando Season 2 was all right as a whole. But with Season 3, 3 amazing episodes. Season 3 was a letdown with 3 or 4 okay episodes. I could not disagree with that more. Season 2 was just okay. Season 2 is absolutely incredible. Yeah. It is a little bit convoluted, the whole Obi-Wan Kenobi thing. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon thing. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Is there anything else Star Wars related that you guys wanted to talk about? Let's see. Is there anything else going on? Is any news dropped since we started streaming today? Let's see. Here you go. It says yearly reminder that Rise of Skywalker is a Halloween movie. I mean, that's pretty scary. Your pal Joe, you won the giveaway. Joe, what is up? Yeah, you won the giveaway. So you won this Mandalorian helmet. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. What's up, Joe? How we doing? You did win. You did win. Yeah, absolutely. Hit me up in the DMs wherever, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Absolutely, you did win, Joe. It was pretty wild, too. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, we were talking about Rise of Skywalker. Is there anything else going on here? Holy crap. Has anybody carved a pumpkin like this? Jeez. Jeez. This is craziness. Who's carving a pumpkin like this? This takes some insane talent. Having carved a pumpkin myself, being able to put two eyes and a mouth is hard enough. This is incredible. That gets a like for sure. That's crazy. Okay. Here's some more Star Wars Halloween-y type scary monsters. That's from Empire. The Rancor, of course. The Night Sister spells. And yes, the spiders. These are the creepiest things in Star Wars. Absolutely creepiest things in Star Wars. 1,000,000%. Yeah. For sure. Oh, your pal Joe with a 14-month membership says, what a wild giveaway. Thanks, Mike. I can't wait to add it to the wall. That's awesome. Yeah, it's probably the biggest. It is the biggest giveaway we've done in channel history, I believe. Yeah, it definitely is, actually. So I appreciate it. It's how much better than the first ever member to get it. You'll send a pic of you wearing it to me? Okay, cool. Cool. Annie K, what's up? Busiest workday ever? Oh, that stinks. Well, at least it's Halloween and you can go eat some candy, which I'm going to do after this stream. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to get on out of here, though. I appreciate you guys. Watch out for a short later on tonight. Hopefully in an hour, if I can get it out to you guys by then. Watch out for a video tomorrow. Live stream on Saturday. I think Saturday's stream will be at the usual 2 p.m. time, but we'll figure it out. And we're getting very, very close to 100K, guys. We are on 100K watch for the next couple weeks. So I'm hoping to get it, I'd guess, in 2 weeks, but we'll see how things change. Subscriber count, like the amount of subscribers that we get per day fluctuates every single day. So sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, all that stuff. So it depends, but keep your eye out for that emergency live stream when we hit 100, because I want to do it live, hit 100 live. Hopefully it's not in the middle of the night. That would absolutely suck, but we'll plan it out. We'll do it together. Either way, smash a freaking like on the stream if you have not already. Can we get some freaking likes on the stream? God damn. There's 56 of you here and only 50 likes. Jeez. I appreciate it. But huge shout-outs to Darth Plagueis Lives, Fearless, and Martha J for the very generous super chats. I appreciate it quite a bit. Huge shout out to Amanda. What's up? Huge shout out to your pal Joe for winning the super chat. Winning the giveaway today. That's how I know when it's time to get off this stream. I'm losing my mind. Huge shout out to you for winning the giveaway today. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the member supports and all you guys who aren't members. I still love you. Appreciate it. And may the force be with you. Always. Oh, yeah. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate you guys so much more than you will ever know. Huge shout out to JC as well for becoming a member. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great rest of your lives. Happy Halloween to all of you guys out there. And may the force be with you. Always. Wait, that's not how I end these streams. What the hell? That's how I end the other part of the stream. Hang on. Run it back. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives. Happy Halloween. There we go. And good night, everybody.